So I woke up about 5:30 actually, wide awake and quite rested, but knew I needed to sleep more, especially for my legs, which were going like very slow pistons yesterday, but for a whole day. So it's around about 10 o'clock now, 10 a.m, just about to take the tent down. Not very much bird song, surprisingly. I would have thought there would have been a dawn chorus that I would have heard. Maybe I slept through it. So I'm looking forward now to descending into this valley of birch trees and eventually going on to, I think, Dunblane and then Doon, and from then taking a B road over to Callander, and finally into the Trossachs, which would be great. So a good night, a bit cold though, because well, it was a bit cold. I need, I think, to wear the survival bag thing as well. I've got one of these big orange wraparound things that should insulate the sleeping bag. So anyway, I'll just be quiet and let the forest sounds be recorded. So I'll put the microphone down. So after reaching Doon, that was the end of the 675, and I went into the information centre there and was told that there's lots of roadworks going on just now, so I needed to take a turning a couple of miles out of Doon, a wee single track road going to Drumloist, which is what I'm on just now. It's a lovely single track road. I've just seen an osprey. I saw an osprey this morning as well in the field just next to the tent. So this is the road to Callander. It's probably another 4 miles to Callander along this very, very quiet single track road. Birch, ferns, gentle breeze. It's lovely. So here's a little brook, a wee burn that I'm just going over, so maybe the sound can be picked up just now. So I'm now in Callander, sitting in the square. Interesting going across the hills and seeing the Trossachs in the distance, and being aware that there was a lot of weather up there. Some of the mountains were covered in cloud, and I became again aware of how exposed I am. Basically, I got a tent to live in for the next 8 days or so. So I need to keep dry as much as possible, although if I get wet, I get wet, I suppose. Wear sandals, wear shorts, wear cagoule. Just go through the experience. I mean, it's not like the Arctic or the wilds of Canada. So it's good. So right on the edge now off the Trossachs. I need to find Route 7 down by the river, I think, and take it from there. Don't know where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. In the Trossachs there are camping zones. I'd like to avoid the camping zones if I can help it, and entirely wild camp. So just see what happens, and then the following night I reckon I might be sleeping the south side of Loch Tay. There's so much beautiful nature. Everything that I've seen so far really has been incredible. Difficult to know what to record, when to stop. Don't want to run out of battery. I'd like to have some kind of a narrative every day, but I think that might just develop. The more stops there are, the more time to reflect. I think that will just come. So here's the sound of the traffic, central Callander. sitting outside the tent. I don't know what time it is. It must be around about 9 in the evening, maybe more. I've had my tea, so I had couscous with spicy mackerel from a tin and carrots and onions. On my Tranja, my trusty old Tranja, the meths did catch fire, luckily. It looked like at one stage it wouldn't. So I've got one of these midgie nets on my head, and basically it's working. I mean, I can see a cloud of midges outside the net, and I'm not being driven wild by it. I mean, I am kind of rubbing my head a wee bit, but it's pretty good. Who knows what it'll be like tomorrow? Maybe lots of red bumps everywhere. Finally found a place to camp out of the camping zones that they have in the Trossachs National Park, and I'm somewhere beyond Balwhidder. Tomorrow I'm going to be going to Loch Earn Head and then up Glen Ogle, that very, very long and steep road, before going up to Killin, and then following the south of the Tay. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping to get some camping at the south of the Tay. I just like the idea of the Tay. I like the River Tay, that it's got beaver. We'll see. It's got the Cranach as well. So what I've been doing is I've got the guitar lele out, the wee guitar, and I'm kind of working on a little piece in this cloud of midges, and so I'm going to tenuously play it into the microphone. I mean, it's very, very rusty because it's very, very new and I'm not playing guitar at all. And as I say, there's a cloud of midges. It's very odd. So I'll play that, and then I'm actually going to retire to the tent for the night. And I've got some lovely salty dark chocolate, and I'm going to have a mouthful of Lafroig whiskey and have a little read and hopefully get to sleep. So this is the beginning of this piece.